Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm just going to do kind of like a little get ready with me slash tutorial. I don't know, I may say like along the way what I'm doing, but mostly it's probably gonna be just a chit chat get ready with me. I'm getting ready to go to work, and I will be working in cosmetics today, so I feel like I want to do something with a little bit of an oomph to it, if that makes sense. So yeah, just, I don't know, sit down, just grab whatever tea you have or whatever drink, just chill with me. Okay, first things first, I've already prepped my skin. Oh, by the way guys, do you like my nails? I did them 2 days ago. Whenever like I'm bored, I generally do them at night or like in the morning if I have nothing to do. I sit down and just do my nails. These are like my natural nails, and I use a UV gel lamp. And yeah, so I don't know if you guys like them. I don't know if you can see them properly. I'm trying to look at the screen, but in case, I'll just put a picture somewhere here. I feel like doing something very fall, kind of bold. Also, excuse my hair. I don't know if you can see like the mess that is going on my head right now. I kind of attempted to do kind of like a messy faux hawk, but yeah, I know my hair is a mess right now, but I should get it done sometime next week, hopefully next weekend. Alright, so I think I'm going to start with my brows. I'm just going to brush them in place. What are you? Get away from my face. Let me just brush them in place first. Since I'm going to be gone pretty much for the most part of the day, I'm going to use two different products for my brows. I'm going to sketch them out first with my NYX micro brow pencil. This one is in the color Espresso, and then I'm going to fill them in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the color Chocolate. This one, if you need something that will stay, just won't budge on your brows, this is your best friend. So I'm just going to sketch them out first. Some people actually like do their brows after. I don't know if like I'm weird and then I do my brows first. I don't know. I guess it really depends on personal preference. But as I said, I don't really like fill them in right away with my pencil. I mostly like just sketch out the outline because I have pretty sparse brows. I do have brow hairs, but they're sparse and they're not full. So I just want to add some definition first and then go in to fill them in. So how have you guys been? I hope you guys had a great week so far. As you can see, I did the outline on my brows. So now I'm going to go in with an angled brush and the pomade, and I'm going to fill them in. Oh my gosh, I actually haven't used the brow pomade in so long. I can't even believe we're already at the end of the month. It's almost October, which means Halloween month, which is kind of exciting. I don't know how many of y'all out there love Halloween. Sometimes, honestly, with me, it kind of depends on the year. Sometimes I don't really mind, but sometimes if I like make plans and stuff, I actually quite enjoy Halloween. And speaking of Halloween, well, it hasn't really nothing to do with Halloween, but I was thinking of the It movie. How did y'all like go watch it? Because I didn't, but now I kind of regret it, and I'm like, honestly, I'm literally such a wuss sometimes when it comes to scary movies. Like I don't know if it's just me, but when it comes to scary movies, like part of me really wants to watch them, but I honestly cannot watch them on my own. If I watch them, I have to be with someone. Otherwise, I'm just gonna like, no, I'm just gonna dip out because I can't. On my own, I really can't. But I've watched like snippets of the movie on the internet, like online. There's sometimes they show the best scenes and stuff like that, or I watched the trailer, and oh my gosh, the trailer looked so effing creepy, and I didn't even know that there was actually an older version of it, of the movie, that was done, I think, in 1990. Oh, and one cool trivia thing I've learned is that, you know that Pennywise, I believe the clown that is in the movie, actually it's some kind of like entity that respawns every 27 years. And guess what, guys? This movie was redone 27 years after the very first original one. Oh, I was like, I don't know, it's just so cool to me that this movie was done actually 27 years after the very first one, which coincidentally is 27 years where allegedly like Pennywise like reappears every 27 years to feed. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I might suggest this and watch it with my friends on Halloween night. Sometimes what we do on Halloween with my friends, we just kind of like chill at someone's house and we just do a horror movie marathon. I mean, I bet a lot of people do that, but I think this is what we're going to do again this year. I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to talk and like do my brows at the same time. What I'm gonna do next, let's go with concealer. I'm just going to put concealer here on my under eyes to conceal a little bit of the darkness. There's beauty blender and blend everything out. For once, I remembered to wet it before actually pressing record, because most of the time I just forget and then I have to get up in the middle of filming and go wet it, and then I have to like edit it out afterwards. Kind of like Michael Finch, you know? If you guys watch Michael Finch, I freaking love him. He's so funny, and like Michael Finch is a YouTuber. He's an Australian beauty YouTuber. That was my phone, sorry. He's an Australian beauty YouTuber, and he's so freaking hilarious. Like every time I watch his videos, I crack up because he has like all these little like sayings like "key," like now he has like "duh." I freaking love him. The very first one I used to hear from, he was like "thinky." Sometimes I find myself like picking up some of the sayings that YouTubers use. Well, not just YouTubers, but like people in general. If I find it like kind of catchy, I find myself using them as well. Nowadays, I prefer watching more, well, less mainstream, like mainstream YouTubers, if that makes sense. I'm not really into other bigger YouTubers, not necessarily because I don't like them, but I just prefer watching like different YouTubers, if that makes sense, because I find that now all the bigger YouTubers kind of all do the same thing, if that makes sense. And I feel like the smaller ones are actually a little bit like more genuine, and they do like their thing, if that makes sense. But like, I don't want it to sound like bad for like bigger YouTubers, because I mean, sometimes I still do watch bigger YouTuber videos, but I find myself gravitating more towards smaller YouTubers. For foundation, I'm going to use, where did I put it? Oh. For foundation, I'm going to use the Revlon Color Stay foundation, and this one is in the color 410 Cappuccino. And I like this formula because it's really long lasting, and it is pretty matte. And I would say it has kind of like a medium coverage. As you guys know, if you've been watching me, is this too bright now? The sun is still playing games with me today. Is this better? As you guys know, I don't really go for full coverage when it comes to foundation. And I'm mixing in a little bit of my MAC Studio Fix Fluid foundation, just because it's darker, and this one is a little too orangey for my skin tone because I'm more neutral, and this one is a little bit too yellow, so I like to mix these two up. And I'm going to use this foundation brush to mix them up on the back of my hand. So yeah, as I was saying, I prefer watching smaller YouTubers, and I also like, since I'm into K-beauty as well, I also like to watch YouTubers that are from Korea or that do K-beauty related videos. One of my favorite YouTubers from Korea is Edward Avila. He's been on YouTube for quite a long time, and I think I pretty much followed him ever since he debuted. Well, maybe not since he debuted, but pretty close. I think it was ever since the Baekhyun EXO like makeup that he did back in the day, and ever since I pretty much watched him. And I really like him because he's not that kind of like cookie cutter kind of YouTuber. He's more of, I feel like his personality is more kind of like relatable, if that makes sense. He just has, like, you know, his little things, his little quirks that I really like and enjoy in a YouTuber in general. So that's probably why I find myself gravitating towards this video often. And he did, like, recently he did videos with his sister where he did his sister's makeup, and then his sister did his makeup. And it was so funny because they literally have pretty much like almost the same personality. It is so funny to like watch them interact. From Korea, I also like to watch SkinDeep. She's native Korean, but what I appreciate about her channel is that she uses subtitles. Is that, like, whenever she has a video, she puts subtitles for her non-Korean speaking audience. Bless. I also really love her because she has the kind of personality that I like. As I was saying before, I like the kind of personality where you just like genuine and you don't really like filter yourself out, if that makes sense. And she has that. That's why I really like it. And also, her videos are so like informative. I feel like she's so thorough with her reviews, and she's so like professional in a sense, but at the same time she keeps it like really down to earth and like very user friendly. I also watch Pony, which I don't know if she still is, but I know at some point she was CL's makeup artist. When it comes to Western YouTubers, I like, or one I discovered not too recently, but it hasn't been even a very long time, is Sarang. She's from the States, and she's from Korea, but she moved like almost a decade ago back in the United States, and now she's making beauty videos. And I discovered her through Nami, which is a Canadian YouTuber. Homegirls from Canada, yay, Canada represent. And Nami is from Canada, Sarang is from Korea. Well, she lives in the US, and and I discovered Sarang through Nami's channel because they did a collab for New Year's, where they did a New Year's makeup, and I really liked her. I really liked her makeup and her aesthetic, so that's why I kind of like started following her. And I actually found myself commenting on her channel a bunch of times, and she's replied every time, and she's been so nice. And she's even recently opened a PO box. I don't know, I keep trying to talk while I'm like bouncing the beauty blender on my freaking throat, and I'm like and she's recently, I did it again. She has recently opened a PO box, and now I'm thinking of sending her something, like at least a letter, or maybe even a few like Canadian snacks. We'll see. I'm gonna see what I can send her. As you guys know, my neck is darker than my face. Even when I put foundation, it still looks darker than my face. So there's not much that I can do about that, because as you can see, my face is the same tone as my neck, as my chest, but my neck just decided to be different. It's like, nah fam. And just to bring a little bit of light back to the under eye, I'm going to put a little bit of this NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer, just a little bit to brighten up the under eye. Are you interested in the Fenty Beauty like makeup launch? As you know, if you don't know, Fenty Beauty is Rihanna's makeup line, and she has recently launched it, and it literally went like, it's pretty much viral. And the awesome thing about it is that she tried to include as many like ethnicities as possible, because she has released 40 shades, which is like pretty much unheard of when it comes to like foundations. Because even like the major makeup brands apparently haven't realized or ignored the fact that there's like people darker than Beyonce in this world, and that there's people lighter than your typical Caucasian person. There's even a shade in the lighter side of the spectrum that was created keeping albino people in mind also, which is so cool. And I find that it's just so cool that people can go into the store and like find their actual shade, whether you're like really light or really dark. And allegedly she's even like planning on expanding the already like enormous shade range, and I'm like, props to you, Rihanna, props to you, girl. So to set my under eye, I'm going to use the Maybelline Dream Wonder powder. And I pretty much like, I'm just using this one because it's almost done. It's not that I don't like it, but I'm trying to finish it because I have other powders that I kind of want to like get to. But this powder also is really nice. It definitely like smooths out the skin. But I also like to use this one specifically for my under eye because it's a little bit lighter than other powders I have. So it kind of helps brightening the under eye area. And I'm using this BH Cosmetics brush in number 115. Next, to set my face, I'm going to use another Maybelline powder, but this one is the newer one. Is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder, and this one is in the color Dark, which is actually a dark powder for once. But as I was saying, honestly, if I could get my hands on the Fenty Beauty products, I would love to try them. But then again, since it's sold at Sephora, you can get an idea of what kind of price range it falls into. It's so cool, but at the same time, it's so sad that like it took this long for someone to create shades, like for people to be able to go into the store and actually like be excited about finding their shade in a foundation. All right, now my face is set. It won't go anywhere. Next thing I'm going to do is contour, and I'm mixing a few of the browns that are into this palette. I'm going to use this one and this one. This one is from the NYX Love Contours All palette. And I'm grabbing a little bit with this angled fluffy brush to contour my face. And I'm not doing anything crazy, just a little bit, just to add a little bit of depth to my face. I think I'm doing more what Koreans would call like shading rather than full-on contouring, which I don't know if it's like, I'm gonna try to explain what shading is, but I don't know if I'm like actually 100% on point on what it is. But honestly, I find like shading is a more natural way of contouring, just bringing back the natural shadows that would be on your face basically. Then I'm just going to a little bit down the sides of my nose, just a little bit. Next thing I'm going to do is put on a little blush. I think I'm gonna mix two different blushes. I'm going to mix the Maybelline Fit Me blush. This one is in the color Berry, and I'm going to put a little bit of my MAC blush in the color Film Noir. And sometimes I use this one to contour, but I wanted something a little bit more cool toned like this. This one is very kind of like warm dark chocolate, which is I still like, but today I wanted something more cool toned. This is why I used the other one from the palette instead. But I'm just going to add a little bit of the Maybelline Fit Me first. And then I'm going to just dab a little bit of this one onto the brush. Just enough to warm up the previous one. And add a little bit of depth to it. As you can see, it has become a little bit more of a berry wine kind of color. Oh my gosh, I have a lash in my eye. For highlight, I'm going to start with the Stila Heaven's Hue highlighter, and this one's in the color Bronze. Honestly, this highlighter is so pretty. Like, look at how pretty. Ugh. What I like about it is that it's kind of like, it's very buildable. You can literally use a little bit just to make it look like a nice glow to the skin, like a natural glow. Like, as you can see, it's there only when the light shines on it, which is really pretty for those natural days. But since this one is not one of those, I'm going to top it off with a little bit more of a strobing highlight. But I like to use this one as a base. Look at how pretty. This highlight is so pretty, you guys. I'm going to top the highlighter on my cheeks off with the NYX Strobe of Genius highlight palette. This one is really pretty. It's a lavender one. It's really pretty for if you are very pale in complexion. But the one I really like is this one here. My favorites, oh my gosh, they're so highly reflected that they look like white, almost white. Okay, here, now that the light is not reflecting on it, my favorites are these two. This one is more of a rose gold, and this one is more of a deeper gold out of these three. These three are all gold, but there's different kind of shades of gold. But this one in the middle is perfect for if you have a deeper skin tone like myself. And I'm just going to put this on the very high part of the cheek. And as you can see, woo, it has added that little like extra oomph. But one thing you need to be careful with this is that since it's so highly reflective, if you have like texture on the skin here, it will definitely like accentuate the little flaws that you may have if you have like texture or pimples or something like that. It made it accentuate that. But look at how pretty it is. Now that our base is done, let's move on to the eyes really quick. I'm not gonna do anything crazy on the eyes. I just want to do something very simple. And I think for this, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. And I'm going to, as a base, I'm going to use a mix of Realgar and Burnt Orange. So I'm going to mix this one and this one right here, just for the base. I'm still not 100% sure what I want to do with my eyes yet. Someone just like banging on doors in my in the outside. I'm like, what the fuck? Next, for the crease, I'm going to use Red Ochre. And I'm just going to use it pretty much as a transition shade. And I'm going to pop it right here in the crease. I want to keep the eyes very simple. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy. Oh, and for this I'm using the Morphe brushes. This one is a blending brush, the S21 brush. Oh my gosh, when I saw the campaign for Fenty Beauty and I saw Ducky, oh, Ducky is so freaking gorgeous. And if you don't know, like, actually you may know Ducky if you watch Jamie and Nikki on YouTube, which is they're an Australian couple that do family vlogs, and they have the daughter. They have a daughter called Ava. Oh my gosh, their family is just goals. And Nikki used to be a model too, but she quit the modeling industry. But oh my gosh, both of the sisters are so gorgeous. Like, it's not even funny. I don't know, like, if it's just me, I'm weird like that, but some people are just like that gorgeous that it's like almost annoying, and then you're like, and I'm just like, how are you that gorgeous? Like, what? How are you even real? You know, that's them. To me, that's them. Here for the inner 2/3 of my eyelid, I'm going to use a mix of burnt orange and Primavera. I'm going to use a mix of these two just to bring a little bit of light here. So if you guys would like to see that, what are my favorite Western makeup and skincare products, definitely let me know in the comments down below. Oh, I rhymed. My neighbor just sneezed, and it was the loudest sneeze I've ever heard. Like, how can I hear it, like, from another apartment? One thing I would like to know is if you guys know any YouTubers, any like dark girls, any black girls or like black guys that do beauty related videos or like lifestyle videos that even is like K-beauty. Honestly, like, let me know if you know any, because I would love to discover any like fellow content creators that enjoy the same things that I do. And I'm going to use the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Eyeliner. This one is in the color Blackest Black. And I'm going to use it with another angled brush. And I'm going to try, keyword try, because honestly I haven't used a brush to do my eyeliner in so long, so hopefully it will turn out. And I'm going to try now. Literally for this I have to literally get into my mirror, so excuse me if I'm not in focus or anything like that, but And I kind of have to like go back and forth between like looking down and then looking straight ahead to see what it would look like. And I don't know if it shows on camera, but this lash line definitely looks fuller than this one, or at least more defined. Now I'm going to try, again, keyword try, and do the actual wing liner. It's not too shabby. I can work with that. I'm going to do the other eye and off camera, and I'll be right back. So I finished the eyes off camera. All I did was just add I did the liner, and then I did a little bit of, I don't know, I saw it on Kenny JD's YouTube channel, and she had this eye look where she did like small dots on the end of her liner, and I thought they looked really cool, so I added it on my eye makeup, and I think it looks nice. What do you guys think? What for the lips, I'm thinking of doing a bold dark lip, so I'm going to use the Stila liquid lipstick, Stale Day liquid lipstick in the color Notte, and then I'm using the Maybelline Superstay matte ink in the center. So I'm going to outline my lips with this one first. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It smells like, almost like cake batter or something. What I like about this lipstick is that it feels really smooth on the lips and it dries matte, but it doesn't feel like uncomfortable. So here it is. Here is the finished look. Oh my gosh, I feel so extra right now. So yeah, this is pretty much the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I'm sorry if it was like kind of boring. I tell myself I'm gonna do like a chit chat, get ready with me, but then when it comes to like when I actually doing the video, like filming, I'm like, what do I talk about? Because I feel like I need to say something like interesting for you guys. But yeah, that's all for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys like this look. I felt like I should do something very bold and fall. I mean, it's the start of fall after all. Girl, I'm just like rhyming so much today. Like, girl, I'm a rapper. I'm pretty rap star. Where you at? Jesse, hit me up. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then please give this video a like and comment down below what would you like to see next. Subscribe if you would like to see more of me, and don't forget to also click the little notification bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a new video, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye.